Please help me welcome Patrick Kemp.
We always left in the dead of the night. Our 1994 Plymouth Voyager, complete with decorative sidewood paneling, hung faithfully in the cool quiet of the night. The van itself was packed brilliantly. I mean, my mom had a science about packing every little thing that we needed for the trip. I think there was a really good synergy with what was packed. We even had a makeshift bed on the floor. I think back in that day, we didn't really know too much about safety, so my brother and I laid on the floor of this minivan on top of some blankets, and just brimming with excitement, we ventured out into the night, the four of us. As a child, this is how I spent my summers. For a month out of every year, us city dwellers were magically transformed into explorers and adventurers, navigators and naturalists. Our parents were the tour guides, the minivan, our chariot, transporting us from destination to destination, going as far as the roads would take us, and our imagination would lead us. Every year was different. One summer, we visited the lows of Death Valley, only to scale the peaks of the Rockies the next. We trekked through the Grand Tetons, rode the rapids of the Snake River, roasted marshmallows in Tahoe, and listened to a chorus of frogs in Yosemite. The great outdoors was the teacher of my youth. And as a kid, I realized that there was a vastness to this world, and in it, I'm much smaller than culture and people had led me to believe. I ask you, have you ever driven through the Sonoran Desert as lightning danced about you? Or perhaps scaled the side of the mountain, and after having reached the peak, looked up into the night sky, seeing a million stars and its radiance shine down at you. In these moments of my youth, I was both terrified but exhilarated, because I realized that in this world, I don't have a lot of control, and that I'm part of something bigger, and that I'm but a visitor. Another lesson that nature taught me as a child was that hard work is rewarding, and that there's no mountaintop experience that's worth experiencing without having first climbed the mountain, and that not every mountaintop is going to be better than the next. But as you go from mountaintop to mountaintop, you yourself become better as a person. I don't think my family will ever go on another trip like that, a trip from my youth. Since then, we've gotten older, my brother just got engaged. But when I look back at those years, I look back with such clarity and fondness of my youth. And I think my childhood would have been completely different without the summer spent outdoors. For me, these trips have moved me and changed me in immeasurable ways. You know, for one, I think ingrained in me a deep passion and love of nature, and something that burns today. I mean, I give you this speech with this uniform. I think this uniform is largely a testament or translation of my desire for exploration and adventure. And so I know at a very young age, I knew I wanted to join the military and explore the world. I still have a profound love and respect for nature, and it's one that I hope that never dies. I hope that this is something that one day I can impart to my kids. But until then, you can find me on any given weekend, trudging along some dusty trail or ridgetop. And if you ever see me traveling along this road, now that I've shared a little bit about me, please stop by and say hello. Thank you.